Okay. Legalizing prostitution would greatly decrease rape and violence. Sex workers in Nevada have to get monthly tests for syphilis and HIV and weekly tests for gonorrhea and chlamydia. Nevada also requires condoms for all sex brothels in brothels. This law is posted on the outside of the state brothels, according to a paper by Barbara Bruns. All the women that were interviewed by her were passionate about expressing their support for these laws and insisted they always use condoms whether the client prefers to or not to. The other side said that sex trafficking would not greatly decrease. Regardless of the fact that prostitution is illegal, there is still a demand for it. Consequently, this helps fuel one of the most heinous industries in the world, sex-based human trafficking or sex trafficking. It is estimated that there are 30 million victims of human trafficking around the world. More than half of these victims, 55%, are women or girls, according to the International Labor Organization. Human trafficking generates around $150 billion per year. 2/3 of this money comes from commercial sexual exploitation. The United States is not immune to the perils of this disgusting industry. Somewhere between 14,000 and 17,000 people are trafficked into the United States every year, and the vast majority of these individuals are trafficked for sex work. 100,000 children are forced into prostitution every year in America. So legalizing prostitution would decrease the risk of spreading sexually transmitted diseases. The United Nations Development Program published a report last year on illegal sex work in Asia and the Pacific that highlighted just how damaging the criminalization of sex work can be to a woman's health. Here's what it said. Criminalization increases vulnerability to HIV by fueling stigma and discrimination, limiting access to HIV and sexual health services, condoms, and harm reduction services, and adversely affecting the self-esteem of sex workers and their ability to make informed choices about their health. Legalizing licensed brothels would increase the revenue in states and help police do their job more efficiently. So San Francisco average spending on debunking prostitution is around tens of millions of dollars a year. The sheriff has to process them and pay an average of $94 a day to keep prostitutes in jail. And prostitution also supports the economy. Globally, the prostitution business is worth $186 billion, according to it's been estimated that legalizing prostitution across the United States could give the tax authority around $20 billion a year. In Germany, which liberalized its prostitution laws in 2002, the legal industry is worth around $16 billion, and the tax revenue is a major contribution to some cities' budgets. It's time. Poverty drives women to sell their bodies. So there are women who see prostitution as a way out of poverty. While they may choose to sell themselves, it is an economic necessity that drives them. And these are people who are unable to get jobs and are sometimes the only breadwinners in their family. Prostitution should not be a crime. Prostitutes are not committing an inherently harmful act. While the spread of disease and other determinants are possible in the practice of prostitution, criminalization is a sure way of exacerbating rather than addressing such effects. What makes prostitution a victimless crime in the sense that no one is necessarily harmed by it is that they are